Hello guys, and welcome to today's Atlantic Tropical Update. It may not be the last Atlantic Tropical Update, as I might have one in the evening as well. And after this, we're going to take a look at Tropical Cyclone Manga, and that'll be later this afternoon. But my main focus for right now is this system right here in the Caribbean and the Southeast Gulf of Mexico. Honestly, this popped out of nowhere for me because 24 hours ago I was thinking nothing of this system right here, nothing at all. But as you can see, there's a huge blob of convection here with this system, this tropical wave here. Some people are giving this a chance to develop, some aren't. I'm giving it a chance, but it was at 50%, but I'm lowering that now to like 30% now of formation. Just because it doesn't have too much time left to go over the waters of the Caribbean and the Gulf of Mexico. It probably only has like 36 hours before it makes landfall somewhere in Central Florida or the Panhandle of Florida. Anyway, as you can see, it's trying to wrap itself around right now. I think this right here is the main center of it, because there's a blob over here, which I'll show you guys here in a moment, that looked like the center, but I think it's this guy right here. So let's go out through time and see what happens here. And as you can see, it really blows up over Central Florida, South Central Florida, over Lake Okeechobee, Port St. Lucie, and sorts as it goes northeastward over Florida. Yeah, the GFS doesn't really show anything of it, just a big rainmaker for Florida. Let's go out through time a little bit. Oh, there's a hurricane in the East Pacific on May 30th, which is 6 days from now. This is looking more and more likely to develop since we're getting so close into time. We'll still find out. As it crosses Central America, it comes out into the Southwest Caribbean, or Northwest Caribbean, excuse me. I think that would be the first time in a long time that an East Pacific storm has crossed over to the Atlantic side to form something. And we'll go out into time here. And as you can tell, it goes right into the coast of near Cancun, Mexico, and just dissipates it all together. And then we got another interesting feature right around here. Once again, take this with a grain of salt. This is still like almost 2 weeks out, so anything can change with this. So, and then and then another system comes out of nowhere. Look at that. A tropical storm going right into the central west coast of Florida. Once again, take this with a grain of salt. This is still 2 weeks to 2 days out, so anything can and will change. Alright, with that being said, let's take a look at the IR infrared loop of the Atlantic right now. And this area right here is my main focus. As you can see, there's just thunderstorms everywhere in the Gulf of Mexico and the Northwest Caribbean. According to the National Hurricane Center, there's going to be a trough of low pressure that's going to be developing here today, and is going to be making its way northward, and then maybe turning to the east with time, or stay in the north, of course. So this is where I think is going to be most likely pass to the north into the Panhandle, or to the north and east into Central Florida. So you guys got to need to work out for very heavy rainfall and some gusty winds with this system. As you can see, Miami has just been getting pummeled with rain for a while now, actually. And some weather models are putting out 16 inches of rain for South Florida, which is crazy amount of rain for just a tropical wave, you know. So as I said, I think this is the center right in here of what this tropical wave is, or the low pressure system, excuse me, is. And then, yes, you see, the rain is gonna just continue to file northward, and pretty much all of Florida is gonna get in on this. So you might want to watch out from anywhere from Miami all the way up to Titusville and Orlando area, and a little bit more north than that too. I'm not sure what Jacksonville is going to be in for, but anywhere south of that, you gotta be 100% prepared for a very rainy rest of the weekend and Memorial Day. So that's a shame, because Memorial Day is about being outside, barbecuing, and being with family. But it's gonna be a washout here in Florida, sadly. So just watch out for that. All right, let's take a look at the rainfall accumulations for this system. As you can see, it really just builds and builds and builds. This is the next 90 hours. Let's see if this works at anything. No, that just gives out that kind of information. But yeah, anywhere from Port St. Lucie southward is going to see 5 or 6 inches of rain from this tropical wave. And this is only the GFS model. I do not have the Euro up with me, though I could probably bring it up real quick. Alright, just bear with me here for a few seconds. I should have had this up before I even started. It is what it is. Let's see if this gives me a proper reading. If it ever loads. Alright, we're gonna go 90 hours out. Yeah, see, this is the Euro run. Yeah, and look at that absurd amount of rain that it wants to bring into South Florida. We're talking about 10, 15 inches of rain in a short amount of time, in like, I don't know, 3.5 days. It just really wants to pummel South Florida. And this is pretty amazing stuff right here. Whether this pans out, we don't know yet. We're just gonna have to wait and see. But there will probably be flooding here in South Florida. Just which locations we don't know yet, but there's definitely gonna be some water on the roadway with this amount of rain. Alright, let's take a look at what the National Hurricane Center has to say about this trough of low pressure that's about to form. A low pressure trough will develop over the eastern Gulf later today. Expect fresh to strong winds and building seas east of 90 west tonight into Monday as the trough slowly lifts northward across the northeast Gulf. A trough or weak cold front may move into the northwest Gulf by midweek. Elsewhere, smoke from fires over southern Mexico could reduce visibility at times over the southwest Gulf of Mexico. So as you see, the National Hurricane Center does have this tropical wave on its radar, and anything can happen with this. as I said, I'm giving it a 30% chance of development, and that's only because there's wind shear in the area, and that wind shear is also expected to die down a little bit too. So, with that being said, I want to thank you for watching, and I'll give you guys more updates later today on manga and another look at the Atlantic tropical update in the evening. All right, thank you. Have a nice day.